Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mind Over Matter with Sankit. So in this episode, like in the previous episode, we'll be talking about radiating positivity and connecting to other people. And in this particular episode, we'll be talking about the importance of having eye contact to build rapport with some other person. So generally people are pretty scared to maintain an eye contact because after some time it gets awkward and people tend to look away. But there are several messages that you can get whenever you maintain an eye contact with another person. And in this episode we'll be talking about what you should do when it comes to eye contact and what you should not do. Similarly, we'll be talking about the message that different kinds of eye contact give to the other people. So first of all, let us talk about why eye contact can be intimidating. So generally, we're not accustomed to looking at people directly because after some time, we expect some sort of conversation. But when it comes to random strangers, we aren't really comfortable to start a conversation. So whenever our eyes meet with someone else, the next step after the eye contact is a conversation. But then if you do not want a conversation with a stranger, you look away. That's a very natural instinct. But then after an eye contact, if you look down, that's a very bad signal, because whenever you look down, it might mean two things. One is that you think low of yourself. You think that the other person is more valuable than you. Now, although this might be true in some ways or false in other ways, this is not a good approach to take, because there are many scenarios in which you need to look at people as an equal. You should not necessarily see yourself as an inferior person to everyone else, because that will develop a very bad attitude in yourself. And the next implication that looking down after an eye contact has is that you are not confident about yourself. You're not confident in what you are or what you are wearing or what you have presented yourself as. So it's important that after an eye contact, do not look down. So if you're not looking down, what else can you possibly do? So if you have a high level of confidence after any eye contact with a stranger, you can just give them a slight smile. Now, this might also lead to awkward consequences where you do not talk, but then you simply smile. There might be times when the other person does not return the smile, but then you have nothing to lose when you throw out a smile to the other person, even if they do not reciprocate it. Now, if they reciprocate it, you've just created a good relationship then and there without even uttering a word. Now, if the person does not reciprocate, you can still move on with this thing. You can break the eye contact easily after that. Or else, the alternative that you can take is after an eye contact, you can just look away but not necessarily down. There might be people who disagree. They might think that it's a natural instinct to look down. But then if you analyze yourself properly, you'll realize that you look down after an eye contact because you're feeling awkward with the stranger, because you are not feeling comfortable with that person. Because when it comes to our close relationships, you might have noticed that our eye contacts are more frequent. On the other hand, when it comes to strangers or people we are not that close with, we feel awkward. So our whole point of radiating positivity and having a good influence, having a good charisma with other people is in maintaining a confident relationship. Instead of looking down, what you can do is simply look away to some other direction. For example, right now I'm having an eye contact with you. Now when I need to break it, I'll either look sideways or I can look somewhere above. So that just sub-communicates that you're confident in yourself and that you are, confident about how you have presented yourself. Similarly, eye contact is a very important thing when it comes to negotiation, because whenever you're looking away but talking with a person, the other person might feel like you're not giving your undivided total attention to that person. They might think that you're thinking of several other things while your physical body is in the moment. So if you start practicing eye contact, it can be very helpful for you to get good results out of negotiations. Now, similarly, almost everyone will have to face a crowd or an audience at some point or the other. And when it comes to crowds, there are so many eyes that are focused on you. And if you're nervous of maintaining eye contacts, you'll have a very bad time in stage because you'll be too self-conscious and you'll display body language that shows that you are not confident in yourself, due to which your presentation will not be good. So everyone needs to deal with eye contact at some point or the other. It might be in your school when you have to give your presentations, or in your job where you have to give presentations. Similarly, if you are a freelancer also, you might have to deal with clients. So no matter what the situation, you'll always have to face people. So if you're able to face them very straight on, if you're confident in yourself, you'll get a lot of benefits out of these negotiations, and you'll also build a good rapport with the other person. You'll also build a good relationship with the other person. You'll build more trust in the other person. In a similar manner, if you are able to maintain eye contact, you become a more confident person in general, because anyone who can maintain eye contact continuously without losing confidence shows himself off as a confident person. Because anyone who can maintain a good eye contact exhibits himself or herself as a confident and positive person, someone who is not afraid to talk about what they believe is right, someone who is not afraid to talk about their deepest values in life. So even if it comes to very difficult situations, for example, if you're having a discussion with someone, if you're disagreeing with someone, if you can maintain good eye contact, it'll show them that you are deeply engrossed in your values, that you deeply believe in the things that you are speaking, and you become more credible and people will listen to you better. So in general also, if you can maintain eye contact with people, your relationships become more intimate. You can relate to people better. And having a good eye contact is also a very attractive trait for both men and women. So that is also yet another bonus for you. So before we end today's video, we will be talking about what action you can take to move forward in this body language. So your task for today and the following days is to try to maintain eye contact for a little longer every day. For example, if now you maintain eye contact with some strangers for about 2 to 3 seconds, you'll try to maintain it for 5 seconds, and make sure when you break the eye contact, you do not look down, but you look somewhere upwards, or you can look at some other direction, or you can just throw a smile to the other person and make their day better. So if you like this video, do not forget to press the like button. Also, if you like whatever is happening here at Sound Health Solution, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll be coming up with similar videos in the future, so make sure you stay in tune. Until next time.